Welcome to Draw Tip Tuesday. Here's your weekly dose of inspiration to build a creative habit, one drawing at a time. Brought to you by Sketchbook School. Hi! Today's draw tip video is a little bit different than usual. It's a little bit less of a practical tip, but I got inspired by the community in Sketchbook School. We have a Facebook group, and in that group, Catherine posted a question, and I thought it was really interesting because she got a lot of tips there, and I will give you a few tips as well. I'll get my laptop here and I will read the post so you understand where this comes from. So Catherine says, I started a sketchbook that I dedicated to bird sketches. That lasted about 12 pages and then I lost interest. The fantasy of what fun it would be, how great the finished sketchbook would be, all vanished under a strange weight of musts and shoulds. Does this happen to anyone else? And then she also posts a beautiful sketch of a bird. So I do really understand her first enthusiasm, and then because she set the rule of drawing birds in that one particular sketchbook, it became like a must, maybe. So I think that's very recognizable for many of us. So I have collected a few of the tips. She got a lot of responses by people from the Sketchbook School community, and those are all sketchers, amateur sketchers, professionals, anyone who likes to draw. So here's just a few tips that are not mine but from the community. Just pick up and try again tomorrow. Pick up your bird sketchbook again sometime later when your enthusiasm returns. Keep sketching. There are no hard and fast rules. Think you could expand the topic? Maybe sketches of the outdoors in parks or in gardens? Just sketch anything you want and have fun. So there's like a ton of other tips, but me reading through the feed in Facebook isn't really interesting. So what I want to show you is a sketchbook because it makes me think of that same problem. So a while ago, this is like 2015 already, I had this brown toned paper. It's from Strathmore, and I just really used it like just a normal sketchbook, like I treat every sketchbook that I have. I would just draw things that popped up in my mind, things that I saw in places where I went. I really tried to find out the benefits of the brown paper background, as well as finding out what kind of material I best use, and it's just really a mishmash of things. And at some point I thought, well, maybe this is really not the best way to approach a book like this, because it seems kind of special. It has this brown paper toned backgrounds, and it should be really something different. And so I really tried to not have those thoughts and just filled the sketchbook with my daily sketches, and I think I succeeded. Okay, I mean, I just used it as a sketchbook, which is great. And then at some point let me just flip through because I want to actually show you another sketchbook. Then at some point at the end of the sketchbook, because I had been struggling, like, should I just use black and white? Should I use colors? Well, watercolor didn't work at all. And then I noticed that the black lines and the whites is just really works really well. But then I also added color pencil, and I really liked the way it worked when I would hatch the color. So I wouldn't color it, but I would just use lines for the color. So, and of course, I noticed this at the end of the book. So the last 3 drawings, I had my aha moment. I was like, that's the way I should treat this sketchbook. So I had another one of these. It's a gray tone sketchbook, and I started to give it a theme. I gave it a theme, and the theme was places. I really wanted to give it a very broad theme. Places. It could be inside or outside. It could be at home or somewhere when I was traveling. And there were just a few rules. It should be a place that I would draw, and I would use black ink and color pencils and use those hatching lines to color the pages. And I kind of loved it, and sometimes I was more successful than other times. But it also restricts you very much so. And that's why I have this book since, I think I started this in 2015. Now it's 2017, and I think I'm not even halfway through. But it's fine. I don't want this to become a must or a should book. I really want this to be a book that I grab whenever I'm somewhere and I have a little bit of more time, because these drawings take a little bit more time, especially the coloring. I love this page. And I think that's the way to treat a book like that. If you take a certain sketchbook with a certain theme or a certain challenge for yourself, you should always have another sketchbook next to it that you do your daily stuff in, so you don't feel pressured to draw that one particular thing or that one particular subject, or to go with that one particular theme. I hope this makes sense at all. I just wanted to take this opportunity for Draw Tip Tuesday to give you a little sketchbook tour. And I hope that you take something from it and that it helps just a little bit. I have a lot to do still in this book. And the great thing is it contains a lot of travels. It contains a lot of things that I just did at home during traveling, a lot of memories, and there's a lot more to come. And I don't care if it takes me another 2 years to fill it. It's fine. It'll be fun, and in the end I will have a book that is just really special. And in the meantime, I'll just keep another sketchbook for my daily drawings that I do, that I mess with, and that I do my Draw Tip Tuesdays in, and my selfies, and my food drawings, and everything else. Right, so I hope that helps just a little bit, because I know a lot of people struggle with this. Your sketchbook shouldn't be a should or a have to. It shouldn't have too much rules. It's good to set rules, but make them broad enough. I mean, my theme of places, it could be anything except for portraits maybe. So I hope this helps. And if you like more sketchbook tours like these, we have tons of them in class in Sketchbook School. So head on over to sketchbookschool.com and maybe you can sign up for a class today. See ya!